Welcome back to page 601. I'm Colette Elizabeth, and I'm going to be sharing my second week experience on Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams, including any side effects I've noticed, things that I have done well, and areas where I know I need to improve. And of course, I will let you know how much I've lost so far. I'll also be going over a few things that are included in the medication guide that comes with Mounjaro, the one that I received. For those of you who might not be familiar with Mounjaro, it is a medication that is used for managing type 2 diabetes, and it also helps people with weight loss. It has shown a lot of promise in that area. It contains herzepatide, which helps to regulate blood sugar levels and controls the appetite, and it helps to support weight loss. So I started using Mounjaro because I was having some struggles, and you'll see me looking down at my notes. I was having some struggles with weight loss. I had some sugar cravings. And the thing that really helped me to make a decision to try Mounjaro was the fact that my medical provider, my primary care physician, I had shared with him about some of the things that I was experiencing on a daily basis. I was lethargic. I had headaches in the morning. I couldn't concentrate. I had a sore throat, and it seemed like it was getting worse when I wake up. And I had some chest pains in the morning. And just to be transparent, I had been diagnosed with sleep apnea some years back, and it was apparently really bad. So I was sharing with my doctor, hey, I feel like I'm having problems with my sleeping as it relates to getting a restful sleep. I'm feeling more tired. Now, to clarify, I am not a person who has problems going to sleep. I can sleep at a drop of a dime. And I go into a deep sleep. The problem that I was having is my sleep was not restful. And it seemed like it was getting worse. It seemed like it had gotten worse after I gained an additional 20 pounds. Keep in mind, this was 20 pounds I had lost previously. Look at my prior video, it'll tell you why I gained the other 20 pounds. I'll give you a clue: butter, toffee, peanuts. Okay. So I just felt that it was time to try something a little different and just see. After my doctor and I had the conversation about what appeared to be increased sleep apnea symptoms, we said, hey, let's give it a try. My doctor had discussed with me how trizepatide, it looks like it has been helping some people with sleep apnea. And for me, that was really important because I felt like I couldn't do anything during the day because I was just so tired all the time. And I do mean all the time. So during week two, I did notice some side effects, and I do want to be transparent, talk about them in a minute. But some of the main things that I noticed had to do with I started getting a headache and some constipation. Now, I cannot say that it was 100% due to the Manjaro. And the reason I say that is because I had not been consistent with drinking my water. During week two, I just was off my game as far as drinking the amount of water that I need to drink. Now, I'm a person that loves water. I can drink water all day, every day. But for some reason, I just was not drinking it this week. And I feel personally that contributed to the headaches, and it contributed definitely to the constipation. But I did pick up some Colace, which is a stool softener, just to help until I get my water increase back up. So, those are some of the side effects that I did experience this week. But again, I don't want to really blame it on the Manjaro. I want to blame it on my lack of sufficient water intake. I mentioned in a prior video that I normally drink two of these. Two and a half actually is what I need to drink, but I normally will at least drink two. I drink the first one in the morning, usually when I'm reading my Bible and saying my prayers. I have to be honest with you. I have not been getting up early in the morning to say my prayers and read my Bible consistently like I normally do. Why is that important? Because that is when I usually drink the first cup of this, and this is about 26 ounces for those who are curious. And it's just easier for me to drink that first one in the morning because usually what I'm doing, the activities that I'm doing in the morning, it supports me drinking a lot of water. Having said that, I believe some of the symptoms that I'm telling you about today, they have more to do with me and my not being consistent in drinking water. Hope that makes sense. So I take my Mounjaro shot on Thursday evenings around 7 p.m. And I found that during the 7 day period from Thursday PM to, I want to say like Tuesday, I didn't have any kind of cravings that I'm aware of. I didn't feel like I craved anything, but right around the day before and it was time for me to take my shots, I did feel like I had some sugar cravings and a little food noise. And I'll do a video on food noise and what that's about. So just being honest about that. So now what I'll do is I'll make some strategies on how to deal with that now that I know that my body is responding that way. Some of the positive things that I did this week and I think has helped is I have made a decision not to eat after a certain period of time. And for most of the week, I did adhere to that schedule. What Manjaro does is it slows down the food and it keeps it in your stomach longer. And for my liquid multi supplement vitamin that I'm taking, and it's very high powered and a concentrate, it works better, probably like all vitamins, to be taken on an empty stomach. And what was happening is in the morning, I am not feeling like my stomach is empty. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and just end my day of eating probably around 5 or 6. I did really well this week and I ended it probably, I want to say I didn't eat any later than 7, maybe 6, 7 p.m. Okay. So I did pretty good. And I'm only eating really like one meal a day just because I'm not hungry. And it's a big meal. So I have to work on the strategy for that. I am getting protein. I'm eating a lot of chicken. I don't really like a lot of red meat. I eat red meat. I like steak, but I'm not a person that eats a lot of red meat anyway. I'm more of a chicken and salmon type person. I'll be working on some strategies and I'll share those on how I am getting the protein and I'll increase it if I need to. One of the things that I noticed, I was a little tired, I think, just a little bit, but it's weird because I do get these bursts of energy throughout the day. And it's really strange because it's like, am I, how am I feeling? And in one of my first videos, I didn't even know what word to use and how to describe it, but I do get these bursts of energy. So what I will be doing is documenting and trying to figure out and determine when I get these bursts of energy. Is it consistent and leverage those bursts of energies to get things done around the house that I need to get done and whatever else I have going on. The other thing I did notice is that my stomach is softer. Being overweight, my stomach has been very hard. I carry my weight in my stomach. And since I've been taking the Manjaro, I have noticed that my stomach has been a little looser. I did take measurements earlier when I first started, but I haven't taken them since I started the Manjaro. I'll do that probably at the 1 month mark, and then I'll report how many inches I've lost. While I have made some progress, there are definitely some things that I need to do better. One of them is I know I need to go grocery shopping. Now, I am retired and I was an empty nester until I started raising my niece and nephew. They're teenagers. One of them is in college and one will be graduating this year. And I'm saying that because my daughters, one of them is in graduate school, away at graduate school, one has finished graduate school, and they live in another city. So I had gotten in the habit of I don't cook. I just order out, eat what I want, and all of that. But now that I'm no longer an empty nester and I have my niece and nephew, I need to go grocery shopping. And I think that'll help me to eat more fruits and vegetables. I'm a person that loves fruits. I love vegetables. I live in Central California where we grow a lot of fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. I've eaten them off the trees, picking them out of the gardens since I've been a child. So I love fruits and vegetables, but if I don't go grocery shopping, I don't have them around the house. So I think that'll help me with the cravings that I have on that last day, like days 6 and 7, right before it's time for me to have my injection. I start getting some cravings. If I have fruits and vegetables, I will eat them. If I don't have fruits and vegetables, I'll go get some peanut M&Ms, okay? So that is one area of improvement that I will be working on. In fact, after I shoot this video, I'll be going grocery shopping. I plan to this week be more consistent with my water. I have to be consistent with that water because it is very important for my body. I can feel the difference. I get a headache right away when I don't drink enough water. And I also think that it may help me with some of the end of the week cravings that I'm having. I know I had read somewhere that a lot of times we think we're hungry when we really are dehydrated. So I really am going to be focusing on being consistent with my water intake. The other thing I plan to do this week is to start walking. I live in a very nice neighborhood with lots of gardens and walking areas. So I do think I want to try to leverage that a little bit more, at least walking one lap around this huge walking pad that we have here. And so I'm going to try to do that. And I will report back to you on my progress with that. So that's that. I do want to, before we get into the results, I want to really talk about something that I think is really important. Um, Before starting Manjaro, one of the things I did, and I'll do a whole video on the things I did to prepare, is I did read the medication guide that came in with my package of Manjaro. Hopefully, you could see that. But I read it from, it's 2 pages. I read that in addition to the instructions that come inside of the box, the guidelines, the pamphlets. But I did want to talk about some of the things, some of the warnings and precautions that were included in the guide. For example, and you should be talking to your doctor, which I know most of you are probably doing. You want to talk to your doctor about any of these risk factors. I'll just go over a few of them. The main ones are pancreatitis, any family history of pancreatitis, any family history of thyroid tumors, any history or family history of kidney problems. Those are things you want to really discuss with your medical care provider prior to starting Mounjaro. I encourage you to do that. You probably can Google some of the things that are looked at as warnings or precautions. I really encourage you to take that very seriously so that you are made aware of what some of the warnings and precautions that are included in the Manjaro packaging. I also want to make sure that I stress, and this goes along with what I just said, that Manjaro is not for everyone. So again, make sure that you're very honest with your doctors about any type of health conditions that you may be experiencing, because we just want to make sure that we keep ourselves safe and healthy. The whole purpose of going on diets or exercising or making life changes is to improve our quality of life and our health. We want to be in transparent partnership with our medical providers on what's going on and what we're dealing with. And when I say medical providers, I mean all of them. For example, I have a therapist. I'm very transparent with my therapist about any type of emotional or mental obstacles I may be facing, whether it's due to the Manjaro or whether it's not due to the Manjaro. I'm very honest about that because sometimes the professionals can see things that we don't always see. They're trained for that. So I just wanted to put that out there. And you guys may hear a lot of noise. I have the window open in my bedroom. I absolutely love to hear the birds chirping outside my bedroom. It really helps me. It helps to calm me and it makes me happy. So you may hear that in the background of the video. So let's get to what you all came here for. My results. Let's see. This is what I document my medication from. It's called a personal medical notebook. So I use that to document all of the medicines I'm taking, dosage, the time, and I got this from Amazon. So if you were interested, you can just go to Amazon and you can buy that there. This is again called the Personal Medical Notebook by Portage. And this one is starting, I put the from through dates on these. So this one starts January 1st, 2025. It looks like during this week, and I weighed myself on Friday, this past Friday. Today is Sunday. So I weighed myself Friday at 9:25 a.m. and I had lost a total of 1.4 pounds for this week for a total of 4.6 pounds for the 2 weeks I've been on it. So again, I lost a total of 1.4 pounds this week for a total of 4.6 pounds total for the 2 weeks that I've been on Mounjaro. So just to give you some contextual information, I am 58 years old. I will be 59 in about 2 weeks. Okay. And I have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So those are factors that I wanted to give you some information about my personal background so that if you're looking at your weight loss and trying to figure out how you will do, you will understand where I am. So that's what my results were this week. I am I'm pretty happy about my results. I honestly was a little worried because I keep having this issue where I will gain weight day before it's time for me to weigh. Now, last week I mentioned that, and it happened this week. So, one of the things I said I was going to stop doing is weighing every day. I didn't do that. I was weighing every other day. So, I'm going to have to just continue to stick to weighing once a week. If you are on a weight loss journey or a health journey, hey, why don't you share it with us in the comments what you're doing? If you have any suggestions, put those in the comments. Again, I am feeling really good about my progress so far, even if it's not the biggest number. And I like that. I feel like I can contribute to the weight loss. I am not in a big hurry. There's going to be some ups and downs with everything. I'm very optimistic. Now, if you are considering Manjaro or if you're already on it, just remember that everybody's experience is different. So be patient with yourself. It's important to listen to your body and make adjustments as needed. And that's whether you're on Mounjaro or whatever you're doing. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave any questions or experiences in the comments below. We're building a community, and I'm so happy that you're here to build it with me. I'm excited to do this part of my life with you. So thank you for watching. I will see you next week. I post videos every Monday, and you take care. God bless.